Hello, this is Transformers fan G138, and I'm here with a video review of Bionicle 2015 Onua. And this guy is my least favorite out of all of them. And I've never been a fan of the whole broad shoulders, huge chest plate thing. And it really, to me, does not even... Some elements of him feel like his original self, but for most, my opinion on this guy, I just don't love him. He's okay, but I don't love him. So, like all the others, he does come with a golden mask of his regular mask. This is the Mask of Earth, and then the Super Mask of Earth. And it's, again, like Kopaka and Tahu's, he pulls a lot of the design for the mask off his original mask. Here's his 2001 mask, and here's his current mask. As you can see, it still has these unique features, as well as these up here. And, well, notably. And then, they did some modifying, and it has the general shape, too. Which is kind of cool. I think this is one of the ones that, when you look at it, it's not obvious. But when you get a closer look at it, like between the two, it is pretty neat. So, one thing that does make this guy a little bit better than Kopaka, I think, and not even better, but just a leg up on him, his golden mask doesn't look nearly as bad and out of proportion as both with Tahu and Kopaka. Kopaka is obviously the worst couplet, having gold and a gold chest plate, gold shield pads and chest plate. And then putting the gold mask is way heavy. This is nice. The gold's all distributed. I like this. I like it with the gold mask on this guy. He's also one of the shortest members of the new Toa. And that, combined with his outer bulk, is kind of disappointing. But he uses smaller leg pieces, smaller arm pieces, but his chest and body are outbuilt so much for this enormous chest plate that it's just huge. Granted, originally he had the Mask of Strength, and since his mask doesn't have the strength ability anymore, it's just a Mask of Earth, which I still disagree with, but LEGO's trying to make it nice and simple for the new generation. I can understand that. So, having the extra muscle still lets them chuck huge things if they want them to. So, head, it's kind of cool. This one's actually on a second extender. You can see in there. So his head can be up here, down here. It's technically supposed to be here, I think. But, who knows for sure. So, like the others, he's got the gear ability, and like the others, he also has the ball and socket joints, so you can move around his arms. I have him in default scoop mode. They basically just plug into the side of his hands, like this, and this to me reminds me more of his original claws that he had back in the day than his other weapon. And as a Toa Nuva, he had two chainsaw swords. Yeah, I could do this all day. It's kind of addicting. But, like Galley, this one was really good about ripping masks off others' faces. So, yes, it has the same features as all the others. Ejects its mask, which is kind of weird. This one is the great example of the easiest one to put on the Skull Spider. Now, the Skull Spider is made out of a mask and 4 little pegs, so it's only 5 pieces total. And it literally just is on, clips on. See, if this was the game where you can eject your own Skull Spider mask, yeah, okay, I can understand that, but the claws get in the way. So you can take the claws out and play with it, but then it's not much of a spider. But it's still kind of neat. Cool spider. mask back on here. And we'll talk about his alternate weapon. So, we'll pop these out of his hands. Rotate these around. And the introduction of purple and gold to his color scheme is an interesting one. Don't know if it's a bad choice or a good choice, but I know they're really trying to show it off for kids and such. So basically, this part clips on his back, and I like putting this here. They say in the instructions just keep this in his hand, in the back of his hand. I think that looks stupid, so I just plugged it in there. So grab these. We'll put these two together. They fit nice together. They don't snap, but they fit. And once you have them, you stick them in each of these pegs. Then you stick this in his hand and stick this here. And thus you get a giant hammer. Which overall is not bad. It kind of fits his personality in my opinion. So I don't dislike this. I think that's fine. So it's neat. I like it. But I like his claws better. So I went with those for display purposes. And then, you know, still got the same gear. Frictions. So there is just some decent movement in this guy. And he's got the translucent purple pieces in here, which I will say actually look kind of cool. I pulled those out and I'm like, ooh. So the translucent purple is pretty cool. So the introduction of the purple is weird. If you actually look at the picture of Okoto, the island, there's... I forget what they're called off the top of my head, but there's strips of purple diamond, glowing purple diamond stuff. I wonder if they're actually going to include that in the story or if it's just an aesthetic piece. As of now, LEGO has said there's not going to be a comic book or books or stories. Then again, they also said that about Hero Factory, and look at that. So, we'll see how that actually turns out. So, overall, like I said, he's one of the shortest, him and Pahatu. And that's not bad, actually, because originally they were the shortest too. This guy was really short because normally the head would sit up here, but because of the unique design, his head was out forward, kind of hunchback, which is kind of cool. So, similar with Pohatu, except his whole body was switched upside down. So, here is him with the 2008 version. And here he is with the 2001. So, as you can tell, there's three different heights. This guy is the taller, the medium-sized one. So, I have all of these on my shelf displayed, like, not just these, because the new ones seem to be taller than the originals, but shorter than the 2008s. So, you might want to see the head of the 2008. There we go. So, we have... So, I have them all on my shelf staggered like this. So, I can display all 6 of them and all 3 iterations of each of them. So it's kind of neat, it's kind of fun, takes up my entire dresser surface, so I had to move a lot of my oversized Transformers, and that was interesting to find places for. But, I like these guys, I think they're pretty cool. So, back to just this guy, I give him a rank of 5.5 out of 10, and it's not a bad figure, it's just... I've never really liked the wide-shouldered thing. If that's your thing, great. And I'm trying to make this as not subjective as possible. But, proportions, I just don't think work too well. But, again, I think the height and other things really works for the character. I don't mind if he was a little broad-shouldered, but this is, like, to the extreme. So... And I felt that with Stormer XL, too. They used the large chest plate there, too. And I will note that these chest pieces, this one's not painted, this one's actually stickers. So if you just wanted a plain black chest plate, you can have that. But I wanted to blend with the other 6, so I put them on. Overall, I think this is pretty cool. I wasn't understanding why these were here. These extra pieces. There's 4 extra pieces up here. I'm just like, why? And then I was looking at the back of the. I went to Target last night and picked up the Lord of Skull Spiders, actually, because I wasn't really intending to get that. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get that. So I was looking at the back of the package for the Matoran, the Protector, and a Protector of Earth. And his armor detaches from his shoulders and clips on here, so you can have, like, extra armor up here. To me, I think it looks incredibly stupid, but most of the Protector stuff is kind of stupid, in my opinion. I like the little launchers, and I might pick one up at some point just to get the launcher, just to play with it. But, anyway, so that is Onua here, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Any comments, concerns, questions, post down in the comment below. I will be sure to respond to you. And if I don't, send me another message, because I probably did not get the notification. Sometimes my notifications don't show up. I don't know why. I get, like, most of them, but on occasion there's one that does not show up. And I have, like, 3 apps that tell me, and none of them tell me, which is weird. So, Skull Spider, mask, gold mask, figure. This one's one of the larger ones. Larger being an operative term. This one has, like, double the parts everybody else does. He's got, like, 160 or something. Everybody else has got, like, 90. 97. I think one of them had an 80. And that's true for even the smaller sets. So, like, Gali had the same amount of pieces Tahu and Kopaka had. There might be smaller pieces. I don't know if they're measuring off volume. I don't know why some of these sets are more expensive than others when they don't really seem any different, or in the number of parts. Then again, that could just be the number of small parts and so on. But anyway, this is one of the more expensive ones at $19.99. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Catch you around.